Hi everyone, my name is Dani from Dani's Book Corner, and today I'm going to be a review on Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. Now, I know this book has gotten a lot of buzz lately, especially because the movie called Love, Simon is coming out very soon. It is coming out on March 16th, and I am filming this video on March 9th. So the movie is coming out really soon as far as I am filming this, and I am so excited to talk to you guys about this book and the movie because I am so excited. I love this book so much. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so a basic rundown of what this book is about, in case you don't know what it's about. This book follows a boy named Simon who's going through high school, which comes with his own struggles and all that stuff. Especially, I know that because I am in high school right now. But Simon has the added struggle of being a closeted gay boy. The main plot of the story follows Simon as he emails another boy in his school who's also a closeted gay boy, under the alias Blue. And so the main struggle of the story is that the class clown is actually blackmailing Simon with his emails because he was able to find the emails, and he's blackmailing him so that he can talk to Simon's best friend Abby. He's looking for a relationship with Abby and he doesn't really have it, so he decides to blackmail Simon by using his emails and potentially revealing his sexuality to the entire school when he's not ready for it yet. I feel like this novel is a really important one to be released around this time in society because I was actually watching a video from Peter over at Peter Likes Books, and I'll link him down below if you want to check him out. He's pretty cool. Because Peter is also now an openly gay man, he was saying that at 17 he was also similar to Simon in that he was also closeted, and he felt like if he had a book when he was 17, he would have been more comfortable in his sexuality. I feel like for people that are part of the LGBTQ community, this is a very important book for you guys. Even as a straight person, I feel like it's also important, for me especially, to see that perspective. I remember like 2 years ago I started to read Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld, and then when I figured out that the main character was lesbian, I was like, oh no, I don't want to read this. Like, I was very uncomfortable in reading that, and now I'm more comfortable with reading a book about a main character who is gay. So for me, this book really opened my eyes to that other perspective. I do look forward to reading more of Albertalli's works in the future regarding whatever she puts out, because I really enjoyed this book. And just in general, outside of the fact that Simon is gay, I feel like this book is a really relatable book for anyone who is in high school right now, or just has been in high school, which most people I think have been in high school and dealt with very similar struggles as to Simon. Because sometimes I feel like in this novel, Simon's sexuality isn't the center focus of the book, which I think is very, from what I've heard other people who are gay have said, they appreciate that. Because some people that are gay don't appreciate when being gay is like the center focus of the novel, or like as it's the center mystery of the novel or something along those lines, where it's like, oh my god, this person's gay. Oh my god, it's like a huge revelation at the end of the novel or something. So they appreciate that this novel is not like that. And just in general, like I said before, I do like how this novel feels very relatable and very real. I always like contemporary novels that feel very real, and I love characters that feel very real. For me, Simon is the cutest character I've read about in a while. If you have watched my videos before, you know that August from This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab is one of my favorite male characters, and Simon is a very close second. Or actually, they're pretty much tied, because for contemporary novels, Simon's my favorite, and for like a fantasy dystopian kind of novel, August is my favorite. So they're kind of tied right up into with each other. One of the things that I really think makes this novel feel very real is that all the side characters are pretty well fleshed out, and I really appreciate that, especially with Simon's close friend circle. I feel like I'm right in with that friend circle. I was also watching a review from Ash over at A Dash of Ash, which I love her channel name, it's so cute. She was saying how she appreciates that Simon isn't at either extreme of high school stereotypes. Like, he's not the super popular kid, but he's not the super like dorky nerd kind of thing. He's like kind of right in the middle, which most people I think in high school are. Like, for me personally, I'm kind of in that middle ground area. I do also appreciate that Simon is kind of in the middle. He's very involved in the school, like I am involved in my school. I love his friend circle and I love his involvement in school, because I feel like in some contemporaries, some kids aren't really all that involved in the school, and I think that's, at least for me, that's a little weird because I'm so involved in my school, so I did like seeing that especially. And also, I really enjoyed Simon's family. I really liked his parents and his sisters. I feel like they were very well fleshed out, so I felt like I was a part of his family, and I really like that. I also feel like within Simon's friend circle, you can find people similar to that in high school. Like, I feel like those kind of archetypes, especially like Abby, you can find someone like that in high school, and I also feel like that adds to the realness and reality of the novel. I really like how Simon and Blue's emails are intertwined with the regular prose of them. I'm pretty sure it's every other chapter you get a regular prose chapter and then you get an email exchange between Simon and Blue. And I really like seeing that because I thought their conversations were so funny. If you know, I love Illuminae, so I do love books that have a slightly different way of telling their story, like this one does. And finally, I also really enjoyed the sense of mystery in this novel. I loved how Albertalli puts a little bit of mystery into the normal contemporary kind of novel, because you feel like you're on a ride with Simon in order to figure out who Blue is, because that's the center mystery of this novel. Who in the world is Blue? And I love how you along with Simon are trying to figure out who Blue is. I feel like that really adds to the experience of reading this novel. I did mention earlier that this book is going to be a novel, but I also just found out like 2 days ago that there's going to be a sequel to this book, and I'm like, what? Oh my god, I need it now. It's actually coming out next month, I believe on April 24th. It is called Lee on the Offbeat, and it follows one of Simon's friends exploring her bisexuality. So you can see a theme in Albertalli's works in exploring other sexualities besides just straight, which up until now has kind of been the norm in young adult fiction. Also, mentioning the movie, stay tuned for a comparison of the movie and the book, because I am actually going to an early showing of the movie tomorrow. So hopefully that will be up shortly after this review is up. So I think that's going to be really cool. I always love seeing talking about comparisons between the books and the movie. So I figure, you know what? I'm going to make a video about it. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Something I decided to add to some of my reviews this year is to include some of my favorite books from the novel. So I'm going to share a couple of those with you right now. On page 18, Simon says, "The way you can memorize someone's gestures but never know their thoughts, and the feeling that people are like houses with vast rooms and tiny windows. The way you can feel so exposed anyway." On page 24, Lee once said that she'd rather have people call her fat directly than to have to sit there and listen to them talking about some other girl's weight. I actually think I agree with that. Me too, Simon. Me too. On page 54, "It's like they have this idea of me, and whenever I step outside of that, it blows their minds." And then on page 56, "But I'm tired of coming out. All I ever do is come out. I try not to change, but I keep changing, in all these tiny ways. I get a girlfriend, I have a beer, and every freaking time I have to reintroduce myself to the universe all over again." I really love that quote. That's like one of my favorite quotes of this novel. So good. On page 65, "Being secure in your masculinity isn't the same as being straight." On page 84, "People are shameless when it comes to cake. It's a beautiful thing to see." I just think that's such a funny quote. I love that. So there you guys go. That is my review of Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what your thoughts are of this book down below. And if you're gonna go watch the movie and anything like that, don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, which are linked all down below. And if you like my content, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you'll be notified of when I post a new video. And I guess I'll just see you guys all later. Bye!